The gym was a cathedral of shadows, dim lights cutting dramatic angles across the canvas. Manny Pacquiao stepped forward, each movement deliberate, every glance heavy with decades of history, mastery, and battles that defined an era. Freddie Roach stood in the corner, pads in hand, eyes sharp, calculating, anticipating every micro movement. This was no ordinary training session. This was a living legend rehearsing destiny. Manny's first combination tore through the air, precise, fluid, electric. The room seemed to pause. Something monumental was about to unfold. The snap of the pads echoed like thunder. Body shots thudded with authority. Jabs sliced the air like blades. Hooks landed with surgical precision. Freddie's eyes flickered between instruction and awe. This wasn't nostalgia. This was Manny declaring himself alive, sharp, unstoppable. Every punch carried intent. Every movement spoke of decades of mastery. How sharp is the champion now? How ready is he for the battles ahead? Suddenly, Manny unleashed a lightning-fast flurry of hooks. The air vibrated with energy. Sweat flew, muscles coiled, intensity radiated. Who will stand ready when he steps back into the ring? Every observer in the gym leaned forward, sensing history in motion. Pacquiao's focus was relentless. Every strike aimed with surgical precision, chin-body angles, executed flawlessly. Watching him was like observing a master painter at work. Every feint, pivot, and jab deliberate, purposeful, unstoppable. Freddie's instructions faded into the background. Manny's instincts dominated. Could any opponent withstand this mastery, this combination of speed, skill, and strategy? Between rounds, Manny wiped his brow, but didn't slow. This wasn't a warm-up, it was a declaration. Echoes of past battles, De La Hoya, Hatton, Cotto, Marquez, fueled each movement. Every punch reinforced his legacy. Every jab sharpened his mind. Young fighters may bring raw strength, but Manny brought decades of intelligence, timing, and instinct. The room buzzed with anticipation. Every motion was a rehearsal for war. Every strike a lesson in precision. Then came a combination so fast, so precise, even Freddie stepped back in awe. Could this be the moment Pacquiao reminds the world why he is immortal in boxing history? What storm awaits the next challenger? The air thickened as punches rattled the pads in rapid succession, sweat flying like sparks from a forge. Every drill told a story. Uppercuts, hooks, jabs, executed with lethal grace. Manny's energy was unstoppable, a reminder that this wasn't just a comeback. This was a proclamation. The Pacquiao Zone was alive, dangerous, undeniable. Every observer could feel it. A champion reclaiming his throne, a force the world must reckon with. Shadowboxing sequences followed, movements sharp and precise, each step, pivot, and feint a blueprint for the storm awaiting the ring. Every angle, every movement calculated, perfect, rehearsed. Freddie placed a hand on Manny's shoulder, nodding in approval. "You're ready," he said. In Manny's eyes, fire burned brighter than ever. This was a champion preparing not just to fight, but to dominate. Just when it seemed the session had reached its apex, Manny unleashed a combination both beautiful and terrifying. Each strike told a story of triumph, struggle, and relentless determination. Who dares to face this force in the ring? Only time will reveal. Even as the session continued, Manny's intensity never faltered. Every shadow step, pivot, and jab polished perfection. Every muscle screamed with purpose. Manny Pacquiao at his peak. Focused, disciplined, unstoppable. Questions loomed. Barrios first. Will the winner of Spence versus Crawford? Every punch, every feint, every breath radiated anticipation. The sweat dripped, pads snapped. The energy in the gym felt like a living storm. Manny's legs moved like coiled springs. Shoulders rotated with precision. Eyes burning with intent. Every move, every strike, every breath reminded the world. This is a fighter who has mastered the art of combat. Freddie called out adjustments, corrections, and encouragement. Keep your angles. Snap your jab. Don't telegraph. Each word echoed through the gym, but Manny's body and mind were already ahead, predicting, reacting, striking with lethal intent. This was not just training. This was proof that a champion's instincts never fade. In the final drills, Manny unleashed a sequence so rapid and precise, It seemed almost unreal. Hooks, uppercuts, jabs. Every punch a masterpiece. Sweat flew, muscles screamed. The gym pulsed with energy. This was no rehearsal. This was preparation for the fiercest battles of his life. Who can stand against this storm? Only the ring will tell. Manny slowed into shadowboxing, but the fire never dimmed. Each step, pivot, feint, and jab carried the weight of decades, the lessons of every battle, the spirit of a warrior refusing to fade. Freddie's hand rested lightly on his shoulder, pride and awe evident. "You're unstoppable," he whispered. Manny nodded, knowing this was only the beginning. As the session drew to a close, Manny executed one final combination, lightning fast, precise, and brutal in its beauty. Each strike told a story of experience, pain, victory, and legacy. The room stood still, as if even the air itself respected the legend before it. The Pacquiao Zone was alive, and it would not be denied. Freddie signaled the end of the session, but Manny lingered in the center of the gym, shadow boxing in silence, visualizing the fight, running scenarios in his mind. Every movement, every breath, every imagined opponent sharpened his instincts. This was more than training. This was strategy, preparation, mental warfare, and perfection rolled into one. Fight fans, the questions remain. Will Barrios be his first challenge, or should he face Spencer Crawford? Can Manny Pacquiao defy time and dominate once more? Drop your predictions in the comments below. Smash that like button if you felt the intensity, and subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter of this legendary comeback. The Pacquiao Zone is back, and the countdown to history has officially begun.